fishy smell. Where are we?
Good day everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of this fantastic video in this absolutely cracker of a foodie destination, Seoul, the capital of South Korea. In part 1, you saw Joyce and I eat our way through Gwangjang Market, and breakfast was definitely eventful. As if that wasn't enough, we drove almost an hour out of Seoul to the countryside to showcase what a highway rest stop was like. Too bad I wasn't all that hungry, but I ate anyway just because. And now, we're making our way back to Seoul, and boy, I was looking forward to this. So let's get started. Joyce, what's that smell?
Oh, what a fishy smell. Where are we?
Well, you tell me, where are we? So where are we?
We are at Noryangjin Wholesale Fish Market.
So this is the fish market we see behind us. So getting the seafood wholesale is one thing, but getting them to prep for us, are they gonna prep for us and eat and all that? Yeah, so they will prep the seafood in front of you, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk in there to see what seafood is there, and then hopefully get something to eat. Come, let's go. If you're new to my channel, my name's Ryan. I create heaps of travel and food related content. For instance, on this trip, I don't just eat through Seoul. I'm also heading to Busan. I then continue my foodie journey in Thailand, savoring different cuisines in Bangkok and Chiang Mai. I would finally set foot in Sri Lanka before heading back to Australia. If you don't wish to miss any of this exciting journey ahead, go on, hit the subscribe button and bell icon. Don't forget to give me a like so you'll encourage me to keep producing content like this one. So here's the thanks, because your support is very much appreciated. Noryangjin Fish Market was opened in 1927, and the old location was close to the present-day Seoul railway station, just outside the city. It moved to this present location in 1971, and it's definitely a favorite amongst visitors to Seoul. Everything is just so incredibly fresh here. You can just smell the sea. So now the challenge is, because the prices are all basically the same, so the challenge we have now is deciding on which stall that we're going to, right? And then the first challenge is deciding on which stall, and then after that is deciding on what we want to eat, what we want to have cooked. Yeah, so they will prepare the sashimi platter like this, like what you see here behind. So they will prepare the platter like this, and then we just eat it, I suppose. Yeah, all right, so now let's go decide on which stall we want to go to. Eventually, we decided on a sashimi plate with 3 choices of fish: flounder, salmon, and yellowtail. Oh, we'll have one of these bad boys as well to round the whole thing up. So now we've decided on the shop, we've decided on the fish that we want to have sliced for us, and an octopus. So the entire meal, and we are being led to a restaurant right now, so the entire meal is going to cost us 80,000 Korean won. So that is about 70 Aussie, 70 Australian dollars. So yeah, so now we're off to the restaurant. So each of those stalls you saw behind us, they partner with different restaurants around this complex. And so depending on which stall you approach, you will be directed to different restaurants. So all these restaurants you see behind, they all partner with different stalls you saw back there. So let's go. This was most exciting. It's no secret I love my seafood. And being here at Noryangjin has made my senses go all tingly because I've been looking forward to this for years. I'll show you why in a bit. But I really love the vibe of these restaurants here. It's unpretentious, simple, and a cluster of no-nonsense culinary experience. I cannot wait to start eating. Now, I mentioned that I've been looking forward to this for years. Ever since I first heard about it, it has always piqued my curiosity. So if you're squirmish, I strongly suggest you look away or perhaps forward the cursor to later parts of this video. Remember the octopus we chose? Now it's all sliced up and voila! Here we have the first course, octopus sashimi. In this instance, the long-arm octopus is really killed before being sliced up. 2/3 of the neurons are located within the tentacles, so these reflex squirming actions still persist despite no input from the brain. The dish is tossed in sesame oil and sprinkled with toasted sesame seeds. You cannot get any fresher than this. This is definitely a unique way to experience fresh seafood. The octopus is naturally sweet, so there's not much need for seasoning beyond sesame oil. Sannakji is known to be dangerous too because of the live tentacles. The suckers are also still active. I had pieces of the octopus attach itself to my cheek, so vigorously chewing is definitely required. There has been recorded cases of diners choking to death because they've nervously swallowed while the tentacles were still squirming, so the suckers attached themselves down the throat, effectively causing death. So if you'd like to try this dish, make sure you're chewing thoroughly and be certain there's no movement in your mouth before you swallow. And no, please don't spit. It's just rude. If I can swallow, so can you. Remember earlier on at the stall where we chose 3 types of fish to be sliced? Well, the salmon was only a little fillet, but the yellowtail and flounder were 2 entire fish from head to tail. So the serving portion was now so huge I was pretty horrified how were we going to finish everything. Man, baby steps, 1 slice at a time. Sashimi is one of my favorite dishes in my culinary adventures. I could eat these all day long. Not only it's very nutritious, there is also very little need for seasoning. Perhaps a little dipping sauce on the side is all you need. Absolutely sublime. My horror turned to sheer terror when this appeared in front of us. Oh my word! The leftover bones from the 2 whole fish was now thrown into this flavorful broth bubbling away, filled to the gills with cabbage, seaweed, and other green leafy bits. Just imagine the complex layers of flavors from 2 fish heads in there permeating through. The steaming contents of this hot pot indeed tastes as good as it looks. There was no way 2 people could physically eat so much. So Joyce and I made the strategic choice of finishing up the raw stuff and taking away the soup, which would taste so much better the next day anyway. Alright, so now we've ended up in Myeongdong. Now Myeongdong is a night market, so you have a lot of stalls on both sides of the street. I'm not sure if the streets are actually closed, but people are on it, so maybe they don't care whether if a car comes or goes, so I don't know. So we're gonna walk through the market. to see if we can snack on anything, because dinner earlier on at the fish market was just absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let's just take a walk down the market and see. So are you hungry? Can you still eat some more?
Yes. Fighting.
Okay, so let's eat. Myeongdong night market is definitely interesting. You have these high-end shopping juxtaposed immediately next to these makeshift food carts, making this a must-do. I'm not here to shop, so food was definitely the highlight here. It's very easily reachable by the city's subway network, and you get off at the station named, well, Myeongdong. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Since this is frequented by tourists, the vendors here can manage basic English, which kinda helps, especially for someone like me. Although this video is part 2 of Seoul, I have been eating non-stop since part 1, which covered earlier today. By now, I was so close to being in a food coma it wasn't funny. But what's a foodie video without dessert? So this is what we're here for. So I figured, since we've already eaten the whole day, we're just gonna have something sweet. So I'm getting some baked cheese, which is the one you see here, and his 감사합니다. Okay. So this is yeah, here we go, baked cheese. All right, so here we go, baked cheese. Oh my god, this is so good. Yeah, so this is the baked cheese, and he's drizzled condensed milk on it. Like, oh my god, this is really, really good. Oh. I next had my sights set on hotdog, which is a glutinous rice pancake pan-fried till golden crispy, but still mushy on the inside. It was first brought into Korea by Chinese merchants in the early 1920s. You'd find similar versions of this in China known as tangbing, which is also a popular street food item there. So the next thing we have from that stall is a honey pancake. It's a glutinous rice that's been pan-fried, so yeah, let's try this. Hey guys! It actually tastes like a donut. Tastes like a donut. It tastes like a donut with sugar glaze. So it is crispy on the outside and absolutely mushy on the inside. So it's got, I'm not sure you can see it, but it's got a bit of a filling in it. Hey, what's the filling here?
With some like peanuts and
yeah, it tastes like peanut and sesame seed. It's full of carbs, but I mean, you don't come to a street food like this and be on a diet, right? Yeah, so to hell with your diet and eat. Okay guys, so I'm gonna end the video here today in Myeongdong Night Market, and because I'm off to Busan tomorrow, and then I will be back for dinner here in Seoul, and I will catch up with you once I'm back here in Seoul. together with Joyce, so she will be joining me for dinner tomorrow. So I'll see you when I get back to Seoul, okay?
안녕.
Annyeong. And good day guys, so through the magic of video editing, a day has passed and we ended the video in the street food market in Seoul. So I'm now in Myeongdong. So I just got off the KTX from Busan and I'm gonna meet Joyce and we are gonna go into Seoul for my final dinner. So this is my final night here in Seoul. So we're gonna go for dinner and and grab something to eat. Now I just need to figure out where she is. Taxi, okay, way out here. Just so a whole lot of kerfuffle happened in Busan and I wasn't able to fly back, so this is why I ended up on the KTX. So make sure you catch up on that episode to see what happened. Yeah, meanwhile, let's go meet Joyce and I head to Seoul for dinner. Now, I have no idea where I am. So what's this place?
This place is called. This city is called Ansan,
Ansan.
and we are here at a Korean beef restaurant.
Right, so this place specializes in barbecue beef, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like a steak and we can cook it however we want, right?
Yes.
Whether
Raw,
undercooked.
medium, or whatever.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm looking forward to some protein after all the drama I had in Busan. So let's go and eat. For my final dinner in South Korea, I'm going to showcase Hanwoo, which is a specific breed of cattle native to Korea. While it used to be a working cattle, it's now primarily raised for its meat, and it's a premium meat which is nicely marbled, renowned for its high palatability and desired chewiness when cooked correctly. Hanwoo beef is considered to be an icon of Korean culture and is widely accepted to be some of the world's top quality beef. Just look at that beautiful marble on those steaks. We also have some thin slices to break up the thick slabs. Dipping sauces are all very lightly flavored, plus some other condiments. In order to properly savor these cuts, we grill them over a charcoal fire for that char-grilled goodness. We start with these thin slices, which does not take that long to grill. Fat is flavor, so we dip them in a light mix of soy and white vinegar, plus wrapping it in a seaweed. Bon appetit, everyone! Yum! This is a taste of heaven right there. When dealing with such premium cuts, it's very essential not to overcook them, otherwise you'd lose the flavor. I only have my steaks medium rare anyway, and am really fussy about how it's done. Doing it this way, you'd have total control over your meat. Just a little sauce, and biting into it is smooth and tender. Almost like biting into a piece of butter. See how the meat is still very pink in the center? That is how I like my beef. This next dish is yukhoe, which is raw beef strips seasoned in soy, honey, sesame oil, peanuts, and heaps of garlic. Lean cuts of meat with little to no fat is used for this. Some restaurants serve it with an egg yolk, but I honestly prefer it without. Once again, because I like to savor the beef in all its natural goodness. If you're a garlic lover, this will be right up your alley. Punchy raw garlic helps to counter the raw taste, but I honestly don't have a problem with that. This dish is definitely an acquired taste, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. The seasoning is very well balanced between savory and sweet, and the lean strips of beef extremely flavorful. Definitely a winner. Word must have got around about what a big appetite I have, because a bowl of beef ramen suddenly appeared in front of me. After everyone took their minuscule share, I was left with this gigantic bowl to work through. Definitely a satisfying finish to this absolutely fantastic meal. So, that was the Korean version of Wagyu. It's called Hanwoo. And that's dinner done. So we're supposed to go for dessert. So I'm gonna end the video here. Since we're gonna go for dessert, I'm not gonna cover that unless it's so damn interesting, but we're just going for coffee and cakes. Right, so we're just gonna end the video here and I'm gonna say goodnight and thanks for following me on this series in Korea. And what was I supposed to say? 구독, 좋아요, 사랑합니다. This is probably the only Korean that I learned since I was here. Yeah, so I'll leave details of my Instagram on your screen right now. So don't forget to chuck me a follow so you can actually see where am I traveling to in real time. And yeah, also don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you know every time when I embark on another epic adventure like this one, okay? So I'll see you guys around again. Ciao!